And welcome back to this edition of your Kingsport Chamber Zone on location from Hamlett-Dobson.
Well, Hamlett-Dobson Funeral Homes is certainly a fine example of a small business success story. And many more of those stories will be celebrated this December at the annual Cosby Awards, which promote small business excellence. Here now with a sneak peek and to tell you how and why your small business should enter this wonderful awards gala is the marketing coordinator for Cosby, Katie Prendergast. And Katie, thanks for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
Your first appearance on the CZ, so we are 3 for 3 today with
it's exciting.
all new guests.
Yes.
So, yeah. Something that's not new that we've talked about on the show before is Cosby, the Kingsport Office of Small Business Development and Entrepreneurship. So, before we talk about your awards gala, just highlight Cosby for us.
Well, so Cosby is we provide technical assistance to small businesses and entrepreneurs in the area. Meaning we do everything from startup assistance to business plan writing, review, obtaining loans for startups and expansion. So we work with everyone from start to finish. Doesn't matter if you're a year old or 40 years old, we'll still work
100.
with you.
Yeah,
Exactly,
right.
or 100 years old, we will still work with you.
So what are some of the reasons why a business should take advantage of these great opportunities that Cosby has to offer?
So there's so many reasons, but one of them is that they're able to obtain and achieve success through us. They also kind of are able to bring about some experiences and opportunities that they wouldn't have otherwise. So we provide resources to them. Andrea Wilcox is amazing with her coaching and counseling she does.
One way you benefit small business is through your annual Cosby Awards, because it's a great way to market and promote small business success stories. So highlight the awards gala for us. Tell us all about the Cosby Awards.
So the Cosby Awards takes place every December. And
it's bigger each year.
Yes, it gets bigger and bigger every
Yeah.
year. So last year we had about 40 applicants. And so they just fill out the application. It's a way to highlight their success, maybe possibly even look at things that they didn't even know that they needed work on or that they didn't even know that they actually did. So the awards event, they do an interview process. It's a dinner. Then they come and they find out if they won an award or not.
And there are a lot of opportunities to win those awards as you have multiple categories. So talk about that for a moment.
The multiple categories, we've got everything from business size to minority status, meaning veteran-owned or female-owned. We also have some nominated awards. So we have a CVB, the Kingsport Visitors Bureau, does a award for a hospitality individual. So that can be a nominated position. And then this year we have our Innovation Award. We now have changed the name to the Nancy Hart Innovation Award. It's to honor one of our past winners.
Awesome. That's great. So exciting. And so how does a business enter that? And can it enter more than one category?
Of course. You can enter every single category if you apply for every single one.
Can we enter the Chamber Zone?
I was going to say, can you have a TV category? Can Chamber Zone enter?
Sure, yeah, we'll work on that.
It'd be embarrassing, though, if we were the only entry and didn't win, wouldn't it? Yes.
Yeah,
so maybe we would need to rethink that.
We'll check that out.
Yeah, okay.
But they can enter in any of the categories, and the way that they enter is they can go online and download the application. They can even just come into the chamber and we'll give them an application. And then they just submit it.
And you mentioned that there's an interview, so can you talk a little bit about the selection process and how the interview fits into that?
Yeah, so once they apply, they pick an interview date. And so the interview is with a panel of judges. And this year we actually have a whole new panel of judges. So I encourage businesses that applied in the past to apply again, because it's just the process of it and them getting able to talk about their business and go through that experience is really eye-opening for the business, because the judges kind of give them ways that they could do things better or even highlight the way that they're doing things well already.
And what are the benefits to entering the Cosby Awards, even for those companies that might not win?
Yeah, so many benefits. Just through the application process alone, they get to highlight their community service involvement. So a lot of businesses sometimes have came back and been like, well, you know, I'm so busy, own a small business. They start to kind of realize they should maybe get more involved. So they kind of get to see that, but they also get to see the things they're doing really well, because the application is really extensive. You fill out and do all your information for all your successes and everything you've done over the years. So they definitely get to highlight their own business.
Well, just hearing the stories of other small businesses, they probably get ideas from that as well. Yeah.
And the Cosby Awards is also a way for businesses to tell their stories. So especially if they win an award, they're able to come up and talk about where they started, where they're at, and where they're going. And even through the application process, even if you don't win, you still get that opportunity.
Right. So Katie, remind us, if people want more information, they want to enter for the Cosby Awards, they just want to learn about some of the services that Cosby has to offer, where do they get that?
They can go to cosbyawards.org to get information about the Cosby Awards, cosby.org to get information just about our services. or they can just give me a call at 423-392-8811, or my email is kprendergast at kingsportchamber.org.
Easy for you to say.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, Katie Prendergast,
Very good.
thank you for being on the show
Well,
today, and thank you so
having me.
much for sharing all this information about Cosby. We're really looking forward to the huge soiree in December.
Absolutely.
It's going to be a good time.